mighty and strong, success, increase, good health, long life, peace, joy, mighty happiness will never stop following me for the rest of my life. I shall prosper. So help me God. We may all be sealed. Nevertheless, I want to teach to you today on a topic that we teach a couple days ago. And I'm getting many requests, even a lady coming from her church. She said, our pastor is so excited over the topic. Our pastor really watched the video more than 1, 2, 3, 4 times. They said they have never seen any type of teaching like this before. And they want me to teach a little more, a little deeper, because they didn't realize that they should not bury their ancestors in cemeteries. And it is a very interesting topic. And when you engraft yourself into a prophetic ministry. Things that you never know before, you will know in minutes, isn't it? So we're going to recap a little of the topic, go a little deeper, and then we can give them more information so they can teach in their church. So my topic today, the mystery of the ancestors, is untouchable. The mystery of the ancestors is untouchable. All of you, before you're born in your mother womb, and after you pass in flesh upon the earth, the purpose of God and the power of God upon your life will never leave you. Even unto death, after death, and past death, that purpose remain the same. It's amazing to know a man that is dead in flesh still healing people upon the earth. It's amazing. It's a mystery, isn't it? It's amazing to know that the maca tree were anointed to juke you if you touch it, isn't it? And even when you cut down the maca tree, if you go touch it, it still juke you. And the maca tree is dead, isn't it? Yes. Before the foundation of this earth, before time began, before words, before a tree planted upon the earth, before dust, before water, before wind, before life, there were God. So who is God? Because if God is before everything, that means he's not flesh and blood, he is not life, which is wind, breath that you breathe, he is not water, he is not rock, then who is? He is a mighty mystery that cannot explain upon this time. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, have never entered in the thoughts of man who God really is. Before the battle, it was a tree, am I right? And they take the bark of the tree and call it not tree more, they call it the tree bark, isn't it? After the tree bark, they cut it up and they call it scratches, isn't it? After the scratches, they blend it up, place it into something else, and they have a different name. Then you come down to liquid, and after liquid, they place it into a container, and the container form, call it buckle. You see how far it's coming from? Everything is coming from somewhere, and that somewhere you don't know. And that's why today you cannot describe God as the creator, because God is only the I see that you can see according to scriptures. And it's not even I see, it's hear see, isn't it? But right now, if you can describe God as the creator, then you can describe your 24th grandma as your grandma, which you cannot, isn't it? Most of you today, you don't know your grandpa. Because when you're born, your grandpa died. And you don't know your grandpa father. And you don't know your grandpa father. And you don't know your grandpa father. So you don't know nothing. What you know is a waste of time. We have a topic that we preached a couple of days ago called Who Made God? Who create God? Who descend God? Or who has sent God? No man. You know Jesus, isn't it? And you hear that Jesus have a father called God, isn't it? But you don't know God. You hear. Do you know the Father of God? Do you know the Father of God? Then what you're talking about? You don't know nothing. So everything upon the earth that we discover, that we think we know, we don't know nothing at all. We don't know the power that surrounds the awesomeness of the divine. So let us go to nitty-gritty. Before the foundation of the earth, the Bible speaks very clear that in the beginning, the Bible don't speak before the beginning, because the Bible, the man that read the Bible don't know what happened before. So he speaks, in the beginning was the Word. So we start at the Word. Now before the Word, there was a voice. And the voice become letters, and the letters become word. Am I right? Before the voice, there was sound. Before the sound, there was mystery. And before the mystery, there was mysteries. And it goes on and on and on that you don't know nothing. What you think you know is waste of time. So all we can talk about is when everything come together and become the word. We can understand it's a word, G-O-D, God. But before God, what was there? The Bible said, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word become God, and the Word become flesh, which is the same thing. And the Word become flesh and dwell among us. But before all of that come together, what was there? Mysteries. The Bible says that Adam and Eve was in the garden. Adam and Eve have two sons, isn't it? Cain and Abel, the only first generation that appear upon the earth. The Bible said Cain want everything, so he killed Abel. Am I right? And the Bible said after Cain killed Abel, Cain had to hide from the army that was looking for him. Then if it's only Adam and Eve was on earth with Cain and Abel, who was looking for Cain? This writer is an idiot. He don't know nothing too. If only your mother and your father upon the earth, and you and your son, your brother, and you kill your brother, then who was looking for you? Why are you hiding? There were people before that this writer don't have memories of. It's amazing to know that pastors and prophets and elders who cuss out Prophet Rowe and say, Prophet Rowe, Oberman, Prophet Rowe mix up, they are the one who attached to my video and I watch them. They're the one now who taking my videos, them teaching their own congregation. So you say I'm never good and yeah, teach where I teach. How you put on your Bible that you worship so much and that teach out of the mighty prophet mouth? Who you are hide and send your members to come by Alival to touch your tongue to preach? A gentleman called me, he said, this is how I know you, because I didn't hear about you, I see you before. A gentleman, because he worked into a store in Kingston. A pastor going in the store to buy a jacket suit. And he was walking up and down looking jacket suit in the store, and he said, "How can I help you?" He said, "I want a jacket suit like Prophet Rowe jacket suit." So he said, "Who is Prophet Rowe?" So he go on his phone and show, he said, "This is the man, I want a suit like the one here." So the pastor is not looking for my suits. So he bam and put it on his phone and he started to watch it and he get hooked too. They're looking for my shoes and my suit. They no more hair. They're not hair. If you want one, come to Prophet. So before the foundation of the earth, there was mysteries that cannot be explained. But the Bible speaks very clear that in the beginning was the Word, only Word. And the Word become flesh and dwell among us. But before it became the Word, what was it? It was a sound. Before it became the sound, what was it? It was a voice. Before it became the voice, what was it? It was a fragrance, a smell. Fragrance. Before it became fragrance, what was it? Mighty mysteries. Can't be explained. Before you become a grown woman, you was a baby. So they call you baby. And the more you become little bit, then they call you teenager. After you pass teenager, you become, what you give me some adult. After you pass adult, you become old woman. And you can continue levels. But before you become baby, what were you? Fetus. Before you become fetus, what were you? Egg, inner egg, yolk. Before you become yolk, what was you? Nature. Before you become nature, what was you? Source of juice. Peanut punch. Come on, talk to me now, Rasta man. Man, you're a party man. So things appear in stages and stages until it becomes something else. Generations that pass and generations that come. Look at this. Before flesh appeared, was a corn, isn't it? After the corn appear, you place it in moldy area, and the moldiness cause the corn to become weaver. After the corn become weaver, the moldiness cause the weaver to become worm. After moldiness, worm, what they talking about? After the worm, it become fly. Have you ever just open the bag of the corn and say fly in it? The weaver become worm, and the worm become fly, and you can start to fly. And the fly become butterflies, lizard, bats, all different type of things start to appear. Generation come, generation go. But it remain the same power. The greatness of the divine lies in purpose and made will, and that will remain as long as you live and as long as you pass. It will never leave. Even when your bone dry in the grave, rotten to dust, that power is still in there. The Bible states very clear that we do not wrestle against flesh and blood. The Bible makes an error. But we wrestle against principalities and power. No, we wrestle against the both. We wrestle against flesh and blood. For part, people will thump you and you have to thump them back. Am I right? So we do wrestle against flesh and blood. And then we wrestle also against principalities and power, but we have to be careful how we wrestle against principalities and power, because people will lick you and you can't lick them back. And because you cannot protect yourself spiritually, but you can protect yourself physically, because you have a machete in your house, you have copper stone, you have some hot water, you have some bleach, you can defend something. What you need to do is bury your great ancestors in the home, especially the family yard where you live. And once the ancestors is in that family yard, no demon no come there. A sister dreamed the mama and said, Mama, every time them throw something in the yard, me throw it back out. So you're good. No worry. And she died a couple years ago. But she dreaming Mama, to tell Mama, they might throw something in the yard, but me I throw it out back. So by you wake up in the morning, Mama, me throw it back out. Some of you wake up in the morning and see $10, $20 silvers in your house, and you know for sure you never throw it out you get. But you're going to pick up. You step on. Sooner or later your hand starts swell, your foot starts swell. You don't know what type of curse they lie at night. It's not good to bury your great successful ancestors in cemeteries. Strange land that they don't know. They wake up in the morning and she shatter a smoke cliff. Grandma used to pray every night, pray every morning. Now she wake up want to pray with her saints. Now when she looks, she's in cemetery, strange place where shatter. I say, girl, where you are, go sit down back. Isn't it? Grandma wanted to get up out of her grave to pray, to intercede, and to walk out on the earth. Now Grandma can't move for shelter. Tell her, you are in farmer, where you are go? So Grandma have a dream, the family to say, they might beat me down here. Me in hell, they might beat me. When you should not bury me in a cemetery. What about the family yard? And this is why I encourage families. Once it is a family yard, do not will it for one or two persons. You must will it forever. Make it stay there for the generation come and generation pass that inherit it, and no one own it, but it have to stay forever. For when auntie own half of it in America and sister own half of it in Canada, them not coming back to Jamaica, so what them going to sell their family property? So where you going to bury? Where your sister going to bury? Where your aunt going to bury? Where the ancestors going to bury? In strange land, cemeteries. Place that they have never seen before. You bury some of your family at a place that they never go before from them born. Strange place. How can you sing the Lord's song in a strange land? How the ancestors going to dream you? You have some of your family right now died 2 years ago and none of them never dream you. Because they bury in strange place. Them can't come out. If them do try to walk out, shut up, say, yo, where are you going from? I'll go back down there. In the olden days, every church member, intercessor, prayer warriors, deacons, elders, pastors, bishops of the church, they buried them in the churchyard. Why? Because when they wake up in the morning, they worship in the spiritual realm. When they wake up in the night, they worship in the spiritual realm. Keep the earth healed and delivered. But now these shatter pastors who just go to Bible school and train to scam church people. So take money to bury bad man in a churchyard. And because these shatter pastors take money to bury bad man, wicked man, rapist, gunman, and murderer in the churchyard, now the saints is waking up. Say gunman in a churchyard too. The churchyard become haunted. Spirit wake up about weed in a churchyard. When grandma and bishop want to pray, man a curse bad word. So churchyard become wanted because the ancestors them, the pastors them, the prayer warrior, the deacon them a war against the scammer them and the bad man them with them burying them. And you have many churches in Jamaica where nobody can go again. You can become haunted. The saints of God is warring against the devil type of people where they mix up in a churchyard. You have some people, they're not happy until you're sad. We used to have a next door neighbor. The man play him music from 5 o'clock in the morning, buck the music until 10, 11 in the night. Many times we call police, and police didn't tell you to come now. You can't hear nothing because he's only happy when he torment the parish. And him burn him weed straight through the night and day, him and his friend them. Until one day, a wicked man of him can live next door. Burn him down to dirt. I have to run for rescue. Run for rescue. I mean, come at my auntie, ask my auntie if you think it's safe to stay over there. Tell my auntie, if you tell him no, run. I mean, if you stay over there, I have to turn on more music. Run. And if that man never move him, the neighborhood was still in a problem with music. You can see way up down the road and hear music play. Especially when you're beside him, you're torment. People do not happy unless them say you're sad. Dynamic power. Imagine you grow up as a great successful deacon, evangelist, elders, intercessor, and you want to rest in peace beside saints of God that you used to go to church with when they pass. You want to bury beside them so they know you and you know them. Now you wake up to see gunman bury beside you. Shatter bury beside you. You can't pray because them not pray. All they want is to smoke and keep dance, a sting, party. The Bible said when Moses died, give me scripture.
Deuteronomy 34.
Yes.
Reading from verse 1. And Moses went up from the plains of Moab.
And Moses went up from the place of Moab
unto the mountain of Nebo.
Unto the mountain of Nebo.
To the top of Pisgah.
To the top of Pisgah.
That is over against Jericho.
That is over against Jericho.
And the Lord showed him all the land.
And God pointed out to Moses all the land for my people.
Of Gilead and unto Dan.
And to
Dan.
Dan. Yes.
And all Naphtali,
And all of that,
and the land of Ephraim,
and the land of Ephraim,
and Manasseh,
and Manasseh,
and all the land of Judah,
and all the land of Judah,
unto the utmost sea,
and to the utmost sea. For my people want fish, so we have to give them a part of the sea.
and the south and the plains of the valley
And
of Jericho,
up the south, Portmore, Red Hills, going back to Churchyard, Barbican, must be my people property, isn't it?
the city of palm trees unto Zoar,
And put them, most of them in the city of palm tree. For most of them people don't like a bush. So put a palm tree in the yard.
And the Lord said unto him,
And the Lord said unto him,
This is a land which I swear unto Abraham
This
and
is
unto
the land
Isaac
I swear unto Abraham and unto Isaac
and unto Jacob,
and unto Jacob,
saying,
saying,
I will give it unto
I
thy
will
seed,
give it unto your children. These property not supposed to be sold. They must stay here, and your generation of a generation must bury on these properties and live.
I have caused thee to see it with thine
And
eyes,
you are... Continue.
but thou shalt not go over thither.
Yes.
So Moses, the servant of the Lord, died
After that, Moses, the servant of God, died.
there in the land of Moab,
There in the land of Moab,
according to the word of the Lord.
according to the word of God.
And he buried him in a valley,
And they bury Moses, the great man, the bishop, the prophet, the mighty man, in a strange land, a valley,
in the land of Moab,
in the land of Moab,
over against Beth Peor,
over against Bethia.
and no man knoweth of his
And
sepulchre
no man knoweth of his sepulchre, but the
unto this
presence
day.
of the Lord was vexed, and go back and dig up Moses and say, you cannot bury a great man in a strange land. Up to this very day, no man know where the presence of God lay the body of Moses. Too special, too mighty to bury in strange land. You with me, somebody? If you ever know how many attacks come to your house at night and you're not covered spiritually because your ancestors is in prison in the cemetery. How can you bury your son that build a big house give you, take care of all the family in the generation? The only person that get rich in your family is your son. And you bury the man a dovecot. You idiot? The one that is good must bury in the family yard. The rapist, the shotter, the gunman, the one them where say, Mama, me not like you, Mama, no ramp with me, no. Okay, I'm go up there. Go put him up there. So the one that say, Mama, I love you, Mama, I will take you, Mama, I will build a house for you. Put him in the family yard. Elijah died. Give me scripture. Listen this. There is power unto death, and there is power after death. So when you hear them, I say the dead now have no power. Tell the pastor, say Prophet Rowe, say, read in Bible again.
2 Kings 13,
2 Kings 13.
reading from verse
Reading
20.
from verse 20. Can I have a drink? Thank you. Just like ice cream. Yes.
And Elisha died,
Read over. A little bit. You read from verse 15.
verse 17.
Read from verse 15.
And Elisha said unto him,
And Elisha said unto him,
Take bow and arrows,
Take both arrows.
bow and arrows.
Yes.
And he took unto him bow and
he
arrows.
took unto him bow and arrows.
And he said to the king of
And
Israel,
he said unto the king of Israel,
Put thine hand upon the bow.
Put thy hand upon the bow.
And he put his hand upon it.
And he put his hand upon it.
And Elisha put his hands upon the king's hand.
Elijah put his hand upon the king's
hands.
Yes.
And he said,
Open
the window eastward.
Open the window eastward.
And he opened it.
And he opened it.
Then Elisha said,
Elisha says,
Shoot.
Shoot.
And he shot.
And he shoot.
And he said,
The
arrow of the Lord's deliverance.
The arrow of the Lord's deliverance.
And the arrow of deliverance from Syria.
The arrow of the deliverance from Syria.
Thou shalt smite the Syrians in
Thou
Aphek.
shalt smite the Syrians.
In Aphek.
Yes.
Till thou hast consumed them.
Till thou have consumed them, overpowered them.
And he said,
Take
the arrows.
Take the arrows.
And he took them.
He took the arrows.
And he said unto the king of Israel, Smite upon the ground.
Strike upon the ground.
And he smote thrice and stayed.
Yes.
And the man of God was wroth with him.
And the man of God was wroth with him.
And said, Thou shouldst have smitten 5 or 6 times.
Yes.
Then hast thou smitten Syria till thou hast consumed it.
Continue.
Whereas now,
thou
shalt smite Syria but thrice. And Elisha died.
And Elisha died in the war.
And they buried him.
And they buried him.
And the bands of the Moabites. Invaded the land. At the coming of the year.
Continue.
And it came to pass.
That one of the soldiers died also in the war.
As they were burying a man that
they were burying him.
Behold, they spied a band of men.
Yes.
And they cast the man in the sepulchre of Elisha.
The dead man in the sepulchre where they buried the prophet of God Elisha.
And when the man was laid down. And touched the bones of Elisha.
And touched the dead bone of the prophet of God.
He revived and stood on his feet.
The dead man come back alive. The dead soldier that died, buried in the sepulchre of the prophet of God, the rotten prophet of God bone, is still there. And when a dead man's body touched the bone of the prophet of God, the dead man get alive. Come back alive. Even in the grave, there is power. If you could just have your ancestor who was a great bishop, great prophet, or great intercessor, you could just go and sit down on the grave while you feel sick. You'll be healed long time. Take off your shoes and walk around the family plot to rotten dust, the rotten bone and rotten dust that the rain run through the earth. Those healing power is still there to heal you. But you leave the healing power in the cemetery. I don't want a grave in my yard. What do you think you are? You look a rotten teeth, short pants, barefoot. Where do you think you come from? Where were you when grandma interceded for you to born? Where were you when grandma prayed over your mother when you birthed? Where were you when grandma stayed up all night with her Bible praying for your mother to get you perfect? Where were you? Now on the grave. I want my yard to just have palm tree and coconut tree. Coconut tree can heal you. Once you drop in your head and bust it. in the grave, the prophet of God, the bishop of God still have power. David said, take off thy shoes, because the ground that you walk in, there is a holy man buried there. Ezekiel was special to God, and God sent Ezekiel and said, walk in the family plot, walk in the cemetery, and command those bones to come back alive. He said, can these bones live? He said, yes, they must. Them live, them not die, them just rotten, but they're still alive. He command the bone unto bone, ankle unto ankle, and they start to grow flesh. Come back alive. Who dare you to disrespect the ancestors of the earth? You are more protected when you have old people friends than you have young people friends. You're more protected. But some of you, if you don't have shot a friend, if you care about sting, and some night wet party, which them a throw water upon you, plash. You come home wet, a wet party. I've never seen these crosses before. How can you go one place and take off your clothes and a wet party? And you enjoy that? And paint party, have them paint you? The wild, wild west? Are you in America? You have one where they keep in the money, we call it all-purpose party. You go out with a bucket, with your liquor. You ever hear about it? You have to walk with a bucket. You walk with your liquor, with the bucket. Bucket party. When you walk with a drum. I want to keep a party called Bible party. Walk with the Bible. Since them a keep party for the devil, we are keep party for God. Bible party. All night party. I could be an artist, isn't it? The ancestors are angry with you. Grandma is angry with you. Your auntie is angry with you. Your brother is angry with you. Why? You bury them in a cemetery. Look at the big house that Grandpa died and live. And you take the man and place him in a strange land. Look at the big house. Now you sell the house to strangers. A man in St. Elizabeth. Woman come from overseas and sell the property with grandma, with the mother and the father and about two other graves in the yard. The new owner now, who don't know nothing about the property. All them know is them buy the property with the grave them. Get back war. I dig up grave. I see him place in dead. The ancestors them say, what you do? I dig we up? No, we're going to dig you up. The back woman have to run like thief. And so when them do that, and then put the hole at the first grave in field down as well as swell. Now mess up the ancestors them. They're not going to mess you up back. Paint them up, fix up them grave, put one flowers there. Mwah, love you, and walk away. Tonight get a vision. Very important in life, once you have authority and you have look of power, insane. tell them, do not bury your family up there. But if you know that it wasn't a good family, and your uncle did bad mind and wicked, encourage them to go up there. Put him in a cemetery, because he's wicked to it, isn't it? But that grandma who would take care of so many grand picnics and pray for the family, let you stay here in peace. Let you wake up a morning time and can soon. Or if you get opportunity to let you bury in the churchyard, where our friend them bury, our schoolmate them and our church members them there together, put her there. She'll happy to wake up with them, isn't it? But the most important things in life is to honor your ancestors. That is very important, because they are your eyes in the spiritual world. They are your eyes. They are the one that will dream you. They are the one that will vision you. They're the one who tell you there's a cow down the road, now go down there. They're the one that will sit at the gate that no other spirit no come through nothing. They're the one that will wake you up and say, yo, something not right out the door, one thief a come. Wake up. Did you know that ancestors will wake you up and alert you? Very important that you recognize that there is power even in the grave. Even in the grave, there is power. Anyone of you sick, belly problem, foot problem, take off your shoes and walk around grandma's grave. And you see, by a evening, your feelings will start to change better. Once you know that grandma loved you and grandma was a prayer warrior and a good woman in society, that dust of her bone, that the rain soaked through the earth, radiate that power upon that atmosphere and heal every sickness in your body. If you used to have a good family bishop, that one of your family, and he used to baptize and heal people before him die, and him buried there, you take off your shoes and walk around him grave, and sit down on him grave sometime. You see if every sickness not leave you. I'm teaching you wisdom of mysteries. The Bible states very clear that the day Elijah died, his bone rotten in the grave, but the war continued in the avenue, in the region. And a soldier died, and they buried the soldier in the sepulchre, in the grave of the prophet of God. And when the body of the dead man touched the dead bone of the prophet, the dead man get alive. Dead man come back alive by touching the dead prophet bone. That's power. So all of you, include my sister, who pay more thousands of US to figure Jerusalem, figure say Jesus' grave, and come out still nothing not going for you. And the Jesus' grave you go. For if you go to Jesus' grave, the real Jesus, the power pack, and you walk in there, so anything depend you. As you done the tour and come out, the place them say grave, and you walk in there and come out, you're hungry. hungry so quick. Hungry. You have to go buy one soup. If at Jesus' grave, your belly full of food, you don't want no food? No? It would be an awesome experience. When you walk in, you could feel the chillness, the aroma, the meekness, the joy, the compassion. And you just walk in normally and just and you don't feel nothing. You know Jesus gave you go, man. 5 miles before you reach the grave, you have feel radiation. You feel the radiation. Them say before Benny him reach the service, people are dropped. And in the service yet, he might drive come in the service and people are dropped in the service already. And him not reach yet. And you walk in a Jesus' grave and you not drop. I have a drinks up in there, brother. I have a drinks up. I wonder if a Lazarus grave then walk in and mix it up. Isn't it? Said, I am blessed and highly favored. I am great. I am wonderful. I am awesome through the eye that I am.